we're talking about marketing your credit repair company. And the program that I'm working out of here, guys, is a cool little program. It's called Xmind. And what Xmind does is it's a mind mapping tool. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to make this tool together. And as we're talking about it, we're just going to write down steps. So we're going to write down ideas. So let's try this. How's that on the feedback? Is that taking the feedback away for you guys? Check 1, 2. You have to hold out with me here. I am working on I'm working out of some new software, and yeah, because the live features in Facebook do not work well with if you can't screen share unless you're yeah, you can't screen share unless you're on your desktop, and then you can't go live on desktop. Awesome. Thank you guys, appreciate that. Okay, so the program I'm working out of, it's called Xmind. It's you can download it at xmind.net. And so this is a mind mapping tool, one of the coolest tools there is out there. So what we're talking about is marketing your credit repair company. The first thing that we want to address is, and keep in the top of our mind, is what are your goals? What is it you're trying to accomplish? What is it that you want to do with your marketing? You know, anything that you do, if you don't have a goal for it, you're probably going to hit that goal of not having a goal. So as we're talking about this and as we're going through this, you know, guys, always feel free to post questions in here, interact with me. I'm going to keep this as open as I can with you guys. So like I said, I'm keeping it informal because I don't have it all professional and down yet. So you guys hang with me, and we'll get through this. We'll get through this well and have fun doing it. So, okay, so marketing your credit repair services goals, and the first thing you want to think of is what's your overall goal. So this is a macro goal of what you want to do. So you may say, you know what, it's close to the end of 2016, so 2017. I want to have a business that's making $500,000. You know, this is one of the keys of marketing, because then at this point you have to start looking at it and going, okay, if I want my business to make $500,000, how much do I have to make a month? So you're going to take that and divide it by 12 and say, okay, I need to make $41,666 a month. So it seems like a huge number. Seems like it's out there, but we're gonna break this down, and we're gonna show you how to get to this goal, and with this, how to incorporate this into your marketing. So on a monthly basis, you need to bring in $41,666. Sounds like a lot of money, but if you really break this down in credit repair terms, this is very simple. This is 40 clients a month is all that you need to bring in. So now we have a sub goal. We say, you know what, with fallout and attrition, our goal for 2017 is 50 new clients a month, which, if we break that down again, and my math is not all the way up to par, sorry, 50 divided by 4, there we go. I need to sign up 12 and a half clients a day, or approximately 2 clients a day is what I need to sign up to have my company make $500,000 next year. So with this right now, we took a huge goal of $500,000, and we broke it down to say, hey, you know what, that's 2 clients a day. This is not hard. This is something that's completely attainable for me. And sorry, with business days, about 2.5, but this is something that's completely obtainable for me. So now we've got our goal, and we know that, okay, in order to reach my goal, I need to have 2.5 clients. So our next topic is going to be, where are we marketing? So this is where things get fun, because this is where you have to start breaking down and looking at it. There's a lot of people who really enjoy marketing on Facebook, social media. They like Google Click ads. There's people that are really into partnering with real estate agents. mortgage professionals, insurance agents. You know what, guys? There's no wrong way to market. There's no wrong way to run your business. As long as it's legal, keep it legal, keep it straight. But when you're doing this, I want you to think about this. What is your strength? What is it that you do really, really well with? What is it that gets you excited? Do you get excited about talking to a mortgage professional and them going, yeah, this makes sense. This is what I want to do. I want to work with your company. I want to send you clients. Or are you like me? Are you the guy who's like, hey, you know what? I don't want to talk to people face to face. Let me hide my face behind a computer screen and I'll jump out on a computer screen. I'm good with that, but I don't want to go out and see people. I'm an introvert. I'm not a big fan of that all the time. So, but we're going to take a couple different areas. So, let's start with this. The fastest way to grow your business is mortgage consultants. Consultants. Yeah, I can spell. So, mortgage consultants, the reason that I love mortgage consultants is this. When you get a good partner who understands your services, who understands what you're doing, what you're trying to accomplish, they will send you business. They'll send you all their business. And not only that, but they'll introduce you to like-minded professionals. They're going to introduce you to other people who are in their business, in their line of work. And it's going to put you in a spot where you can experience exponential growth without doing anything, simply besides doing your services and keeping your partners happy. Again, this is where we want to start. We're developing our marketing plan here. So the first area that we're looking at is mortgage consultants. If we want to sign up 50 clients a month, and which means that we need 2.5 clients a day, you have to think of this. The ratio that I've always used just to be safe is I need one good partner to send me 2 clients a month. It's that easy. A good partner should be able to send you 2 clients a month. So if that's the case, we know that if that's the case and our goal is 2.5, we're approximately going to need 22 great partners. Now this seems overwhelming, right? It seems like it's a huge thing. Really, if you think about it, no matter what place that you're at, no matter what your demographic is, what you're going to find is that you can reach partners all over the nation. You can work with people all in your state, and you don't necessarily need to be with them at all the time. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna break down and we're gonna start looking at this. So you need 22 mortgage partners. Now, there is a magic correlation between mortgage and real estate. Every real estate agent you will ever meet works with 2 or 3 mortgage partners. Real estate agents sometimes can be some of the most phenomenal partners that you have. They can send you a ton of business. They can fall under this great partner category. They can be somebody that sends you a lot of business. They refer you to other agents, work through things. But the other side of it is one real estate agent is going to consistently work with 3 or 4 mortgage lenders. So if you can win a real estate agent, you can potentially win 3 to 4 mortgage consultants right off the bat. So partnering with real estate agents has a lot of benefit. It has a lot of value to it. So keep that in mind. If I was starting a plan, the first people I would hit is real estate agents. They're going to look at it and go, okay, even if you become their number 2 credit repair company, even if you're not the first credit repair company that they want to deal with, if you end up number 2, you could still, from their network of mortgage people, you could still pull 1 or 2 clients a month from that. So with the real estate agents, you're looking at it going, you're using the real estate agents to let's just be honest here. We're professionals. We're using the real estate agents to manipulate the mortgage consultants to send us business and to earn their trust, to open that door for us and to give us that opportunity so that we can prove that we're good. We can prove that we know what we're doing and that we're the best at what we do. So let's start talking about, like I said, we're keeping things kind of macro here. Before we jump into that, let's break down some other areas. Another area that I had a lot of success with, insurance agents. Insurance agents work really well for partnering with credit repair companies because the clients that they're dealing with usually they're not on I have to have something right now. They're dealing with people that already have insurance and they're trying to retain those policies. So working with an insurance agent actually puts you in a position that, if they're referring you people, that you've got some time. You're not in a hurry. I mean, we all know if you work with a mortgage person, they're going to be pushing you and rushing you, saying, "I want to get this done now. I want to make sure that I have this. I want to, I want to." I want this done as fast as possible. An insurance agent says, "Hey, if I can help you with it, great. It just refer me back," and it turns into reciprocity where you're referring your clients that you get repaired to that insurance agent to get a better rate, and then vice versa. The insurance agent is referring you clients so they can get their clients better rates. So it's a really good relationship. The other side of it. Insurance agents get a lot of business or insurance agents are constantly marketing real estate agents. Sorry, thing's not working here. And they're also constantly marketing mortgage professionals. So a good insurance agent is somebody that you can market with. It's not just somebody that will send you business, but think of it like this. It's a co-marketer. It's an affiliate. It's somebody that you're partnering with, that you're taking your time with, that they're going after mortgage consultants, and then they're opening up opportunities, talking to real estate agents and opening up opportunities. Another great area for this is actually title companies. If you start talking with title companies, they usually have account executives out in the field that are just constantly going around to mortgage companies and real estate agencies and talking with them and developing business. If you can get in, with these people, it can really help out your getting in front of people. Now, the thing that we're going to lump these together here. And we're going to call this our referral business, because this is people that you're working with that's referring you business, or you're referring them business. This falls under your partner list. So for me, one of the things I always tracked, and I still do at this point, is one of the KPIs that I use for my business is who are my referral partners? Who is it that's referring me business that I can refer business back to and kind of work together in tangent and develop. So referral business, that's one of the great areas of marketing. Next thing we're going to look at is we're going to look at online marketing, and we're going to make that a bracket. But we're going to start with this. This is my favorite. I love Facebook. I'm on it all the time. I'm constantly. I mean, if any of you guys talk to me, you can hit me up pretty much any given time and find me and say and hit me up on Messenger, and I'm always here. I've always got it up on my phone. My girlfriend doesn't care for it because I answer questions all the time and get into online fights, all that. Facebook is a great way, but before we jump into Facebook, this is by far the most important one. Your website. Your website is your first line of defense for or your first line of offense for online marketing. Now, the reason I say that is when you meet a referral partner, the first place they're going to go to find you is they're going to look for your website. If you don't have a strong website that really has good colors, a good presentation, a clear call to action, something that's clean, that pops, that really helps people and really provides a lot of value, you're going to lose partners, you're going to lose people left and right just because your website's not good. So if your website's not good, Facebook, all the other things, even mortgage consultants and real estate agents, insurance agents, it's gonna affect your business. One of the things that I was thinking about while I was just kind of brainstorming on this and getting my thoughts together, this thought hit me. A great image for your company and great branding for your company isn't going to make you grow, but it's going to give you the opportunity to build relationships. So great branding equals great opportunities. Let's think of it this way. If you went to McDonald's, let's not use McDonald's because people hate it. I'm actually a fan of it. I'm not going to lie. I've got 4 kids. It becomes a necessity sometimes. But if you think of a service you use, and you, need a good example here. Um, somebody who's got somebody who's got, let's use Coke. Actually, you know what? I told you this is unplugged. Um, I'm drinking beer because it's 9 o'clock at night and you guys are encroaching on my personal time, so you're gonna have to deal with this. But we're gonna take Miller Lite. If you pick up a can of Coke, or if you pick up a beer, or if you pick up something that you want to buy right there on the spot, and the image looks bad, um, if the image looks bad, what's going to happen is that you may have the best product out there, but if it doesn't look like it's worth buying, people aren't going to buy it. Okay, just hands down. Image isn't everything, but image opens up doors. Image isn't everything, but it opens up opportunities for people to listen to what you have to say. So your online presence with your website is one of the most important things you could do. The second one is your Facebook page. Look at your images. Look at your covers. What is it that you're doing? How is it that it's working? There's a lot of different things that go into it. So, and for Facebook, under that, we're just going to put social media, because honestly, guys, there's new stuff popping up every day. Right now, we have Twitter that we're dealing with. For partner marketing, LinkedIn is by far the best way to connect with mortgage professionals, real estate agents, and I've seen some phenomenal groups on Facebook that do the same thing. And then Instagram is a big one. I have some friends of mine in the industry that just kill it on Instagram, do a great job with it. So social media. Everything's keeping all that in mind. So we're looking at these different areas of marketing. The first thing that we want to do, again, what we're looking for is 2.5 clients a day. So right now we have our goal, we have our areas that we want to market, and now it's starting to develop a plan. So the first thing we're going to talk about, because we just hit this, is we're going to hit brand image. Your brand image needs to be what you want to portray. Now, I've gotten into this conversation several times with people, and really gone back and forth with some people on this. With your brand image, the way that you're presenting yourself and the words that you're saying, and your unique selling proposition or position, all these different things are how a client is going to interact with you. So the things that you're telling a potential client in your advertising, the words that you're using, the way that you're saying things, is how somebody's going to expect to be treated. So I'm going to give you some examples here. If you go out and you say, fastest deletions ever, and some of you guys, if you're watching this, you may have done this, or if you're watching live, I hope this isn't you. I'm not trying to offend you, nothing like that. But the struggle is real, guys. So we just want to make sure that we're being honest about it and doing what we need to do. But I've seen this, and what happens is, and the reason I'm saying this, guys, I have been guilty of this myself. I've been guilty of doing this myself. Going out and saying stuff like this produces bad clients. You know why these are bad clients? It's not because they don't pay you money. It's not because they're not working with you. No, it's because you have set a bad expectation for them. You have set a wrong expectation, and you have given them an image that, you know what, by the time you pay me your enrollment fee, I'm already going to have everything deleted. And so as soon as it takes 45 days, that client has already called you 7 times. They've blown up your email. They've started cussing about you on Facebook. They've started leaving bad reviews on Google. I mean, they're just trashing you, because it's not necessarily the client's fault. It's your fault. Because if you go out and you tell people, look, here's how it's going to work. I'm going to do all this stuff. I've got all this. I've got this secret knowledge. I've got this secret tactic that I'm going to do that nobody else has ever heard of and nobody else knows about. When that client doesn't get that and they don't see that, that's your fault for putting that in their mind. So, again, the brand image that we're looking at is this. What is it that you're telling people? What are you telling them? Okay, so think about your messaging. What is it that you're trying to portray? What is it that you want them to know about you? What is it that makes sense for them, makes sense for you. Some of the things that I've seen is, and this is me. I'm a processes guy. I like to make sure that when I'm working on something or I'm doing something that I've really got my brain on it, and really set up processes to streamline it and make it work and make it efficient and automate it. So we have steps. This is one of the best things you can do. One of the big areas of success that I have with my marketing with credit guys, I developed a program, or not a program, it was really just a marketing tool called the 6 Steps to Credit Success. And and in those 6 steps, I outlined, here's what you need to do. You're going to need to establish credit. We're going to need to dispute it, which can take anywhere from 6 to 9 months. Any accounts that are verified and validated, you're going to need to settle them. It's that simple. And, there were other things involved with it throughout the process of maintaining good credit and all that. But really what we were doing is we were setting this expectation for clients coming in. Look, here's what's expected. Here's what you can expect throughout the whole thing. And kind of giving them this roadmap that says, here's what it is. So, I think one of the things that people deal with is you get into a hype mentality of thinking, I need to hype this up. I need to make it this big thing that's just massive explosion that's just, it's going to be incredible. And, all these things are going to hear this. I think what you need to be more focused on at this point, at any point in your business, is this. What you need to be more focused on is, how can I get consistent clients that are going to stay with me as long as they need to? And so setting that expectation, setting proper expectations, because think of it this way. The first thing we're talking about is what are you telling them? But the second thing, how do you make them feel? So when you're putting together your marketing and you're putting together your unique selling proposition, you're thinking about your branding, you're thinking about your brand image, what colors you want to use, all these different aspects of it. The things that I'm thinking about when I'm doing this for other companies is, first, what is it that I'm telling them? How do I want the customer to interact when they come to the client? What do I want them to do? The second thing, how do I want them to feel about coming to me? Do I want them to feel confident? Do I want them to feel happy? Do I want them to feel upset? What is it that I want them to do? And so with that, I'm going to pull this up. This is one of my favorite tools that I use. And I just color, image, marketing colors. This is it. Images. Here it is. I love this picture. I actually, truth be told, I have it saved. I just don't want you guys to see all the mess of my folders, and I don't want you to see all the mess of the folders on my computer. So this is the color emotion guide. Let's see if I can zoom up a little bit. This really helps me to look at somebody that I'm working for, that I'm putting together marketing materials, or whatever company that I'm helping to work with, and I'm looking at it and going, okay, what is it that I want to portray to the customer? And part of it is not just the words that you're saying, but it's the imagery that you're using. That's part of your branding. What the colors that you have. Red is excitement. It's bold. It's youthful. Optimism, friendly, creative, trust, balance, peaceful. All these different things. You can incorporate them into your marketing, and you're manipulating someone's emotions. I mean, let's just call a spade a spade. You're playing on their emotions by their visual cues of what they're seeing. So keeping that in mind, when you're looking at how do you want to make them feel, you need to think about what are the words that you're saying, and then think about this hype. I'm a little bit different in my marketing approach. With my marketing, I've seen all the hype. I've seen, with me, I geek out on marketing stuff. So talking about this is, I could sit here and talk for days about it. But when you're looking at it, there's a lot of hype. There's a lot of buy now. You got to do this, click now, and it drives people, and it makes them feel driven. But sometimes some of the best responses that you can get from people is not by the hype, but it's looking at it and going, hey, look, if you need help, more than happy to be here. I can do what I can, and take yourself out of the take yourself out of the pushy salesperson mode and put yourself into the confident, relaxed consultant. Now, if you're wired, and there's some of you people that are watching that are saying this, that you say, you know what, screw that, I'm not interested. I'm fast paced. I'm a turn and burn. I'm a close them, get them in, get them out, move on the way type of guy, or type of girl, whatever. If that's you, there's nothing wrong with that. Don't play to your strengths. And I actually, while we're talking about that, we're just going to put that down for number 3. And we'll get back to this. I got a touch of ADD, so I wanted to make sure that we stay on point here. So, how do you make them feel? What's the word you're using? What's the hype? What's the message that you're putting across? What's the overall feeling that people get from reading your marketing materials? What's the overall feeling that people get from it? This is partners, this is clients. One of the things that I always tell new companies when I'm talking with them, don't get desperate. Don't get desperate. Get to that point where you're confident that you know what, I've got tools in place, I've got systems in place. I know I can make this work. So if you come across confident, people are going to treat you like a professional. They're going to treat you like you know what you're doing and that everything's okay. So, how are you making them feel? And then, again, this is where we're going to go into imagery. Imagery is what the colors that we're using. We'll go back to the color chart. I'm going to post that in Credit Repair Junkies. I'll do a follow-up post here that has some of this stuff in here. What's the images that you're offering? What are the colors that you're offering? Oops, we're going to put that back under imagery. What are the colors that you're offering or that you're putting out there that are making people feel things? What are you using pictures of people? Are these people happy? Are they sad? Are they fake smiling on a camera? Because you can see that, and there's a lot of different variables. And guys, listen, if you're not good at that, I get it. There's a lot of people who hearing this stuff it's just going woo, and they're already overwhelmed. It's okay, it happens. But what is it that you want? So. I'm going to give you some examples here. One of the things that I love is if you're promoting financial freedom and you say, hey, you know what, come through my credit repair services and we'll get you financially free. Using the imageries that I would use in that is I would use pictures of sky. I would use pictures of people out in a field or on top of a mountain that's got a vast background that's just very open, that when you look at it, the picture makes you go, okay, I can breathe. So, that's the things that you need to be thinking about. How are you trying to make them feel? And listen, this gets to, you can do some really cool things with this. When you're putting together an email or you're putting together a web page or a flyer, you can start it off by making them feel just terrible. Hey, does your credit suck? Are you a horrible person? Do you not pay your bills? You know what? It's okay. We understand. So you take them to that point of, oh my God, I'm getting mad at you. I'm getting irritated. I'm getting, frustrated. And then you take it back a step and you say, you know what? We're here to help. So now you're offering hope. You've done that. And then you say, we can bring you financial freedom. And now you've taken them through this emotional roller coaster of, feeling upset and then feeling it's okay to be upset because there's a solution, and then that feeling of freedom. And then what you want to do at that point is, once you've gotten them to that feeling that you desire, that one thing that you want them to feel, at that point, that's where your call to action comes in. You're like, okay, you know what? Are you feeling free? Yes, I am. Good, buy my product. So at that point now, people are looking at it going, okay, you know what? I feel good. What they're saying, it feels right. So yeah, okay, I want to buy. And when you use these things together, it's not you don't want to use it to manipulate people to buy your product just so they buy your product. You want to use it to help people, to encourage them to buy. The people who want to buy are able to buy. So, think of this. How do you want to make them feel? And then start structuring your marketing around that. If you're marketing for partners, looking at it and going, okay, I want to, I want to have 20 great agents. I want to have 20 great mortgage professionals professionals and 10 great agents that I work with and that my team works with. Okay, to do that, the first thing I need to do is I need to get in with these mortgage professionals. What do they need to know? They need to know that I'm confident. They need to know that I know my stuff. I may not have been in the industry that long, but I know what I'm doing. If I don't know what I'm doing, I've got resources like Credit Repair Junkies there. I've got Credit Nerds with their accounts group, phenomenal. Some great tools there. All the different things that are there, the Dispute Suite Boot Camp, Expert Credit Systems trainings, the Dispute Master Course. I mean, there's a ton of products out there for you guys, a ton of things that you can learn. There's no reason that you can't come up with the answer with the accessibility to what you have. So, if you sit in front of a partner, there is never a reason that you shouldn't be confident. Your confidence doesn't always come from what you know right then and there. It's knowing that you know how to find it out. It's knowing that you've got a network of people. It's knowing that you have a group. And really, guys, that was the point of Credit Repair Junkies. It wasn't anything but that. It was, hey, we met at boot camp and we like each other. We want to share ideas. We want to share thoughts and philosophies, and we want to have a resource for everybody. So that's what this is that resource. So, some of you guys, some people that I've talked to, and I've talked to several of you guys that get out there and you say, you know what, I'm scared to talk to mortgage professionals. I'm scared to talk to real estate agents. Be confident. Be okay with who you are. Go in there with confidence going, you know what, I may not know the answer. You know what? That's a great. I got stuck all the time when I was starting out. I'd have people. The thing is that just because you don't have the answer right then and there, that can actually be one of the best things ever. Now, let's give you an example. Somebody comes to me and says, hey, Keith, you know what? I got this web hosting service that I want to sell you. It's great and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And, here's why it works. Here's what's great. And so I'm talking to this guy on the phone. And I say, hey, Joe, that sounds wonderful and all. I like it. But what about X? And if he stops and goes, you know what, Keith, I don't know about X. That is a great question. Can I call you back? You know what I'm going to say at that point? Yeah, you can. You know why? Because he just got real with me for a second. He didn't have this polished act that pretended like he knew everything. He didn't, walk. Sometimes, guys, I think we're gonna get very real here for a second. Sometimes we try to put across this image that we really have everything together, that we're really on top of everything. You know what? Sometimes you just got to be real with people and say, you know what? You're right. That is a great question. I've never been asked that before. Now, follow me here. Hey, great question. Never been asked that before. Can I get back with you and give you an answer? You know what you just did? You set an opportunity to follow up with a partner, and not only that, you now have a chance to wow them. You have a chance to impress them by one, you admitted, I don't know the answer to this, but two, now you can come up with an answer that's real and that can be backed up. So if they start doing some digging, they're going to get to the bottom of it and go, okay, yeah, you got this. This makes sense. This is good. So keep that in mind. That don't ever get stuck. Be confident knowing what you're doing. And sorry I went on a rabbit trail, but it's good. Somebody's going to like it, and hopefully I'll get a attaboy or a thumbs up somewhere in life for that. So let's get back to our plan here. So we're gonna. It's getting kind of late here, guys. It's almost 10. It's about 9:45. I'll spend about 15-20 more minutes here. Going through this stuff. If you have questions, feel free to post them. Just comment on here. I'm more than happy to help. More than happy to answer whatever questions you have. But when we're talking about the brand, the next thing you want to do is you want to market your strengths. You want to market what you're good at. I've met people who are just the best at customer service. I mean, just phenomenal. I mean, they actually really like their customers. They really like their clients. They enjoy talking to them. So when they would get in there, that was, they naturally would get in and start talking about, you know what, when I get somebody, I sit down, I talk with them, I get to know them, I get to know their kids, I get to know everything about them. And so, that marketing approach for somebody like that, I would actually craft a marketing based around their service. Look, we got the best service, hands down. Now, let's be honest here. I'm an automation geek, and I don't really like talking to business people. I love talking to business people. I have a lot in common with them. Consumers, if I answer the same question for them one more time, I'll be damned if I have to tell them that an inquiry is not going to hurt their score when they're at a 390. I mean, it just gets old. I mean, come on. That's just me though. That I'm not wired that way. So, the thing that I look at is marketing automation. Look, I have an automated process that makes credit repair easy for you. Haha, see what we did? We took a weakness and we turned it into a strength. So, it's marketing the strengths of what you're good at. If you're a phenomenal salesperson, put that in there. Look, I've got the highest closing ratios of getting your clients in, getting them processed, and getting them back to you. We're not talking about customer service. We're not talking about the results they're getting. If you're one of those people that you just geek out over credit repair tactics and you got all these great things, you know what? Hit that. Look, you know what? I know more about credit repair than the person who wrote the FCRA. We all know it's written by a bunch of people, but you know what I'm saying. You can get out there and you can market your services as a professional, who really understands that. And so, market your strengths. Find your unique selling proposition, your unique selling value outside of what you think people want to hear. Because think of it this way: if you work inside of who you are, and this is, again, it's not woo woo spiritual stuff, but this is really real life business running stuff here. If you market and you build your company around your strengths and what you're really good at, and you start setting up people around you and a team around you that can help encourage you, and they can start to fill those gaps where you're lacking, you're going to find the greatest happiness in running your business than you ever thought possible. So build your marketing around your strengths of your company, who you are, what you want to do, how you want to do it. And, this is where you get into some of the spin tactics of, I suck at customer service, but you know what? I'm really great at following up on an email. Great. You know what? I have automated customer service. That way you don't ever have to pick up the phone and talk to me, because I don't want you to. I hope no consumers see this. I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get our industry in trouble, people hearing me talk like this. But, think of it this way, guys. The thing that you want to do is you want to find your strengths. You want to find your strengths, and you want to start to market to your strengths, and you want to make sure that you're putting that out there. So, do an assessment. This is a SWOT analysis is what it's called. So your SWOT, you have strengths, which typing or spelling isn't one of mine. Weaknesses. Opportunities, and training. So with this, you sit down. If you're by yourself, just take some time tonight, or take some time during the day, and say, okay, what are my strengths? What am I really good at? And be honest with yourself. Some people say, what, I'm great at marketing, and I've seen the flyers that come out, and I about wanted to gag. I mean, it was just terrible. It's like they find a template, but there's no real content on there. There's no unique selling proposition. There's no call to action. There's no colors that are popping that really bring out certain sections of the marketing material that make great conversation points, that make that make things work well. So think about that. What's your training, or what's your strengths? Be honest with yourself. The only person this is going to hurt if you lie on this is you. Your weaknesses, it's okay to be weak. It's okay to have things that you're not great at. Everybody has them. It's all right. There's not a problem. But spelling this out is going to help you not only in your business, but also in your marketing, because then when you're presenting your company, these are things that you can avoid. These are things that you're not necessarily ignoring them, but you're not reaching out to clients who say, hey, I want a lot of customer support. You're reaching out to clients who say, hey, I just want options, and I want you to leave me alone, and I want you to get the job done. Great, that's my perfect client. That's who I want to work with. So, understanding your strengths and your weaknesses, where you can get better, and then what you need to do to get better. So that's your SWOT analysis. But think about that when you want to market your strengths, when you want to go through that. So I've got about 10 more minutes here before I'm going to kick you guys out of my lives for the night and get ready to start working on Monday. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I can stay. I can hang out with you guys for a couple minutes here. If you want to just post in the feed here, I'm more than happy to hear what you guys have to say. More than happy to answer any questions you guys have here. So take a minute. The funny thing is, guys, I'll be honest with you here. This is my first time doing a live stream on my computer through Facebook, and it's kind of freaky. I'm going to show you my screens here real quick, and hopefully I won't cause a rip in the space-time continuum. So when I'm sitting here looking, I'm seeing myself like 4 or 5 different times, and now to see I'm causing a rift in the space-time continuum here. So I've got stuff all over the place here. So I'm trying to follow questions. So if you have any, jump in there, or just send me a message through the group. That works out very well for me too. If you want to send me a message on the Credit Repair Junkies page here, that's more than happy to do that. Answer. If not, that's cool. I'm going to take an opportunity here while I'm on this, and I want to share with you guys some of the things that I'm working on. If you see here, I kind of changed up. I'm kind of changing some stuff around. I had mentioned at the beginning of the video, which come to find out, I didn't have set up right. So I mentioned at the beginning, I'm still working with Expert Credit Systems, but this is something that I do on the side. This site is actually going to be live this week. I've actually got a team of about 4 people that I'm working with that are helping me with some of this stuff, because I love talking to credit repair companies. I love finding out what their needs are, and really just working with them and helping them to understand how to grow their business. So, this week I'm going to be rolling out creditrepairjunkies.com. What we're doing is we're actually building websites for clients. We're doing online marketing, looking at sales funnels, looking at what you're doing, what needs help. If you need help, this is what we're here for, is looking at your whole system. What are you doing? Software setup. I'm actually working with Eric Counts on Disco, being able to coach people. What I'm doing is I'm actually putting together some just sales processes, everything, customer support, follow up, everything, an entire email campaign. Some of the other things that we've been putting together under content and copy. And if you had a chance to look at the page here, here's a little bit, and you guys got this for free, so you can listen to my sales pitch for just a second. But some of the products that we're offering is I actually put together a referral partner marketing packet. What it is I give you a welcome packet that you can take to a partner and sit down and say, okay, here's what it is. And give you 12 months of marketing material. Because here's the thing, and this is what I would like to get in and start talking about on the next one. You never want to get in front of a partner with nothing in your hands. So this isn't the first video I'm going to do. This is just kind of the kickoff for me. The other thing that we're doing is we're doing weekly blogs for clients and partners. So we have weekly blogs and contents where we're putting out at least 3 different things that you can share on your Facebook page. You can put it together as a weekly newsletter, rebrand it, put it as yours. Everybody who comes through. So if I've got 20 companies that I'm working with, it's actually the content's going to be spread apart. Then it's all going to be different, so that way you can maximize your search engine optimization. So if you're using WordPress, it's really going to build out your just build your site, and Google's going to like it. And when the Google gods are happy, everybody's happy. And then we have credit repair sites and some social media marketing. So that's all stuff that we're working on. Not all of it's ready. We're actively building websites now and working on some of that. So I really appreciate you guys being here. I hope I provided some value for you. If you guys have any questions, always feel free to hit me up. I'm more than happy to talk with you. More than happy to do what I can to make sure that what you need is taken care of. And honestly, guys, my goal with all this is very simple. I want to see your business grow. And if there's ever anything I can do to help you with that, if there's any advice, any tips, reach out to me. Friend me on Facebook, and then send me a message. Send me an email. You can reach me through the Junkies page. You can email me at keith@creditrepairjunkies.com. Again, I just want to help, and I appreciate your guys' time, and look forward to sharing some stuff again with you later. Lastly, if you like this, just comment on it. Give me some testimonies. Give me some feedback. If there's some things that you want some more on, or things that you think I'm wrong with, I'm fine. You know what? I'm a big boy. If I'm wrong on stuff, I'll look it up and go, yeah, you're right. I'm wrong. Let's figure this out. Let's retool this and see what's going on. So I appreciate you guys and appreciate the opportunity to speak with you. Have a good night.